So we're out here today taking the camera out. I've got no plan on what to shoot. I've just picked a location. I've never been here before. And yeah, so come along with me and let's shoot together. So we're rigged up, ready to go. In case you're wondering what equipment I'm using today, let's quickly go back in time and I can talk you through it. It's going to be my last day using the Sony A7IV as my main camera. It's going to be demoted to the B camera because I've got the Sony FX3 coming. In terms of lenses, I've got the 50mm macro lens. We've got the 16 to 35mm and we've got the 100 to 400 bad boy. Quick tip with ND filters, if you're like me and you need to quickly get them out, put a bit of surgical tape on that you've probably got for using on your microphones when you're miking up a subject. Just write down the focal length. I've got two side handles. I've got the Sony ECM-B1M shotgun microphone. Goes directly onto the camera. No wires needed. Got Anton Boyer battery pack, fully charged. I've got the standard Sony battery because you need to pop that in there to actually use the battery pack. SD cards, bunch of them. Cleaning kit. And then I'm also going to be taking the K&F Concept travel tripod, because what's the point in lugging around a massive tripod, especially when you go into a location that you don't really know. So basically what's happening on Wednesdays and Fridays, my son now goes to nursery, and if I haven't got any bookings in, I'm going to sort of use those days as self-development. Just going to pick up the camera, go somewhere, get some shots, and then get like a 1 to 2 minute edit. Hopefully take you guys along, show you how I set things up. Pretty basic stuff, but sometimes it's nice just to watch someone go and do some recordings and see the final result, and then you might feel like going out and do it yourself. So we got the first shot set. I've cracked out the tripod already and de-rigged the handles. What settings I've got: 800 ISO, f-stop 4.5, I'm recording in 4K 25, so I've got 1/50 shutter speed. And basically how I focused it, if I put the focus mapping on for you, you can see some of the weeds are out of focus while the rest of it is in focus. So if we record about 10 seconds of this, I've got the 50mm macro lens on. I've had to chuck the ND filter on as well. So we're just walking around looking for places to shoot. Just recorded a chopped down tree that I'll overlay over here. Utilised the auto focus, so I was going to pull focus manually, but I thought because the terrain's quite uneven it would probably result in a shaky video. So I put the autofocus on, tapped where I wanted it to focus up on. We found what we were looking for. Carver's rocks. There's some deer here, a bunch of different birds, butterflies. Wonder if we'll see any deers. Just a dog poo hanging from a tree. Found a really nice spot to get some video. So let's set it up. You can see there's some rocks in the background and stuff. At the moment I've got a bit of movement coming from that holly bush over there, so that's the focus point on the camera. There we go. So that's the focal point on the camera at the minute, and then we'll utilise some of that to record the rocks in the background. I finally found something on my quest for movement, and that's water. For the first water shot we've gone a bit wider, using the trees for a bit of depth. The bridge is in there, but I don't know if it'll make it in post when it comes to cropping it. But we'll see. So I've just adjusted the ISO to get the zebra's back in. 32,000 ISO, f4.5, and still 1/50 because I'm shooting in 25 frames. Let's hit record. Whoa. Branches to the head. So with all the shots we're sticking for around 10 seconds, just so there's enough to play with. Seems like a reasonable amount. It's always annoying when you go to edit and you've got a bunch of clips that are like 3 seconds, 2 seconds. I've definitely had to deal with that before in the past, with footage I haven't recorded that I've had to edit. It always fucking sucks, so 10 seconds plus. So we've put on the absolute behemoth 100 to 400, just below 200mm focal length at the minute. We've been able to get a super tight shot, so I haven't even had to put my 50mm lens on and get closer. I've just chucked the behemoth on and zoomed in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record from this focal length first and then get in super close. I'm probably not going to be able to hit the plus 1.3 exposure, but hopefully we'll be able to work with it. What I'm going to do quickly now is I've set up my camera. I'm going to get a 1.5 to 2 minute recording of the audio, just the natural sounds to hopefully use in the edit. We'll see how that goes, because it is just the Sony top mic. It might be a bit shit, and I've got a lot of high-end audio recordings that I've done myself using the stereo bar and my Zoom F6 that I've featured in audio equipment. All videographers should own video. I think that's what it's called. But either way, it'll be linked in the description. I'll get a 2 minute audio recording and get an interesting shot, hopefully using the edit. So I ended up only getting a minute of that because I could see on the audio meters that it was absolutely shite in terms of levels. So I'll have to dig something out instead. All the lighting's better, isn't it? I'll have to dig something out instead to put over the edit. I think we're going to have to call it quits on trying to find any wildlife. Even took a bit of a detour on the way back to the car because I didn't see any birds. Only like one when I was talking to the camera that flew across the lake. Literally none. There were so many on the way in. I should have just put the lens on straight away. So lesson learnt for next time. Or lesson learned. Is it lesson learnt or lesson learned? I think it's learned, but it just sounds wrong, doesn't it? It's a lesson learned. Anyway, heading back to the car. The funnest bit, packing down. Though, to be fair, packing down actually isn't as bad as setting up. Don't know if you guys find that as well, but I always find packing down to go a lot quicker. Oh shit, just saw a bird. BRB. So what happened was I was talking to the camera, saw the bird dancing about, and then by the time I actually got it, I may have got a tiny bit of footage of it, but to be honest, I don't really think I did get anything usable. Because when I actually saw it in the trees, just didn't stop dancing about. It was just jumping, teasing me. It was like, oh, you finally found a bird. It's been quite a good day for it. It's been overcast and I've been recording got here just after 10 AM and it's almost 1 now, I think, 5 to 1. But because it's overcast, it's made it quite easy to shoot instead of the sun being blaring out. I guess you do have to have that compromise of it looking a bit dull, but I think it's worth it. You can, pop your ND filter on, but when the sun's just blaring, it just washes everything out. So there's a bit of give and take on that one. But that's where your colour grade comes in, and hopefully you can make everything pop. So what I need to do now is change my fucking wellies, mate. But I've got some signal now. No, still emergency calls. We're in the car now, a bit less noisy from all the passing traffic. So what I was just saying was, before I would have felt a bit uneasy to go out somewhere like this on my own, just go and shoot something, especially with all the sensationalised media these days about things happening. But as long as you're in a safe area, I'm pretty sure you've got nothing to worry about. Barely saw anyone. I was just packing down then the DJI Osmo 3. Comes with a little mic and stuff. It's the creator pack, that one, so it's got the extra battery. Switched over to the DJI Action 5, which I've blue tacked onto the dash. Very high tech, I know. So what I'm going to do, hopefully, is be able to load maps and make my way home. I just can't believe, so I was talking to the camera, that bird came past and then it was just dancing in the trees like, you're not going to get a video of me. Incredible. Anyway, I'm off to get some food and I'll see you in a bit.